Yo!
All right.
Oh, you need to hear, baby.
Let's go.
That's like a
We'll get
boombox,
there
man.
eventually. Yeah.
That was like a boombox. Remember those?
Yeah, the production
Like the
is
Niners
coming
walk in.
along, man.
Yeah.
The production quality, we're getting it all figured out.
Yeah, we're rocking
Take some
man.
improvisation.
Yeah,
you know?
we're definitely right on top of the list, man.
You won't see a podcast do it any better, right?
Dude, it came on. It's getting closer and closer to the mic, dude.
We'll see how it turns out.
But having a tit on your head.
Nobody has an intro like Beers and Bets.
Beers and Bets, bet.
This is our second day in a row doing Super Bowl preview. We're going to actually kind of reminisce a little bit on this part, talk about Super Bowl memories, moments, plays, specific Super Bowls, traditions, food,
right on,
partying,
what we do,
whatnot. Yeah, what we do.
Budweiser.
So let's start by getting into some games because I feel like that'll bring up kind of traditions, how our Super Bowl days have been spent over the years.
So what was the best game? Best Super Bowl
game in our lifetime.
Yeah, that we've seen in our lifetime. So from 90.
The first one that comes to mind is the Steelers Cardinals one.
Wow. Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good pick. I think I'd have to go Patriots Seahawks, man. And I just really hated Seattle at the time. But the catch that and I have that as one of the moments here too. The catch
makes the catch.
Curse made. And then the fuck up, mental, whatever that was, the play call.
I blame it on coaching. I've always go back and blame that on coaching, man.
Oh, I think they did too, man, because Russ can also
players did.
Yeah, right. I mean, everyone. Marshawn Lynch on the video highlight walks off the field and he walks right by Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll looks at him because he's kind of in shock, and Marshawn just throws his helmet on, and it's like the blackout visor, and just walks right.
Look at
he just smiles, and then he said after that game, he's like, "We turned that hotel up." He's like, "Man, we got lit." He's like, "We had shit," and I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, we lit that hotel up," and I'm like, "You lost the game, but yeah." But he told who's the punter on that? Still. He is a good interview with that punter you guys love, the McAvee or whatever that dude that has a podcast. He was on there talking about that play, but yeah, that's kind of where I have to go. I have a feeling I know where Brad's leaning on the best Super Bowl ever because he was at it on his.
Something crazier could go to a triple overtime. I think I'll still go with Patriots coming back in Houston. Just being there, it kind of it changes the whole. It kind of takes you out of your element, because like we're gonna talk later, like traditions and food you're used to, and instead you're in a hotel room, kind of searching on your phone for like, okay, where's some place to get a beer before noon, kind of thing. It's just a little like there's pros and cons definitely to it.
To actually going to the game.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a cool, just because everybody is rocking their own jerseys, so you see every uniform possible walking around the city, and that's kind of cool, and everybody's in a good mood.
At that point, did you see any Bucks jerseys at that point, or was that not? Were there not any?
I'm sure there was, because I remember even seeing like Jags jerseys.
That's cool.
To
go to a game.
I'm sure I will go in my lifetime. I feel like I would want to get to the stadium like 3 hours before kickoff and just like find a bar inside the stadium and chill there.
Yeah. Well, you'd be amazed. And I think we did it. We kind of just took a backpack. We knew we were going to throw in the trash and had a 12-pack with a bag of ice in it. Because there's all kinds of stuff. There's almost like 2 levels of security that you can't even get through unless you have a ticket. So like you get through the first to get into the parking lot. And there's all, you can take a photo with Lombardi, all kinds of different unique shit to the Super Bowl.
Dude, that would be cool.
It was.
Man.
We got like 3 hours early, just to walk around the stadium.
Weren't you guys on the NFL? You guys were on the NFL countdown or NFL Network in the background.
Oh shit!
Well, it was
waving and shit, dude.
Where they had Warner and Falk on it.
Yeah,
kind of talking how like Falk even brought up how he still thinks they cheated the Rams out of that Super Bowl. And we're screaming in the back there. You can see my brother Easy, and you see me jumping up and down like through the crowd.
Yeah, Tommy's a big guy.
Trying to get in, dude. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's fucking cool though, man. Because I saw some pictures from that, and yeah, I guess we could go into that. What was like the coolest moment of being at? I mean, for that game, what was like the moment that was like the best moment of that Super Bowl?
Ooh.
Like when were you like? When were you like, oh shit? Yeah, the Edelman catch.
Everybody, because you're kind of like where we sat. We actually sat next to the team chaplain for New England. So like he was wearing a ring. His wife actually took her necklace off. It was a ring from a previous year, just so we could like hold it and see it. Thing had to weigh like 10 pounds. You know, it's just like, but I think that Edelman catch, when everybody in the stadium kind of is like realizing, holy shit, like everything is going their way. Like this is the catch. Holy fuck, here comes Tom Brady again. And but
I mean, it would be
I can't lie.
There's a lot of
half,
points,
I was whooping it up for Atlanta. I'm yelling for the Falcons. I'm loving them, beating the shit out of the Patriots. But I was just there to have a good time. I didn't care.
Yeah, and then once a team gets ahead by that much, I don't know if you're the same way. I start rooting for the team that's behind.
I want a good game.
Invested, right?
You want a good game.
Yeah. That was how I was in that Super Bowl. I started.
You never want to see
the
worst blowout ever.
Yeah.
It's
so that's interesting. We could have done a draft on this or something because we have three different. We have three different picks on that.
Eagles Pats is another one coming to mind as far as just being a quality game, start to finish.
Yeah, I lost I lost money on that game.
That will hurt your.
That definitely
memories of it.
Takes it away.
That whole fucking postseason.
Yeah, I got robbed, dude. And then Villanova won the national championship that year.
Yeah. I figured paying on that one because I was betting with you and I were together.
That was with my real bookie who was it didn't work out so well, but. Yeah,
for us it did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, it took a minute though. That's what I'm saying. Like, fuck that. But yeah, when you lose money, and this is beers and beds, we got to talk about games too, like that, where it might be a great game, but goddamn, like, dude, if I'd have lost money on the Patriots, like Seahawks game or like whatever, dude, I mean, fuck, that would make it tough, dude. Yeah, because you really, really start hating people. You really don't like teams. And like, to be honest, the Philly special would have been one of the coolest plays. Like, we talk about moments, like, and you bring up that game. I mean, that was maybe one of the coolest plays in Super Bowl history. Coolest play calls. You go to the onside kick call,
especially because the way it happened when we have the footage of Foles saying, "What do you think about Philly here?"
Yeah, right. You want to do Philly?
Kind of gives him a look like, oh, this is the perfect time to run it. Yeah, this is the perfect place to do it.
You want to do Philly? And Peterson like looks down. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, he's like, the confidence was there, and he knew it, man. And it was like, and so so best call, that. But I have here too the Saints call to kick the onside kick at halftime against the Colts, man, with Peyton.
I got that one on my list of things to bring up. Yep.
That was one of the bigger moments, man. I think.
Well, you were talking for a minute there, Jimmy, about how like if you're betting on it, it changes your perspective of even a great game. I'm a little off tangent, but if it's like, Matt, if let's say for example, the Bucs were in the Super Bowl this year, does that change like your viewing? Like, are you sitting alone or with another close fan? Like, you're not having a big Super Bowl party. Am I right? Like, that's how if it was like the Ravens, I probably am going to sit at my house or maybe Jimmy Tops watching that game.
Yeah.
The only reason the Buccaneers being in the Super Bowl last year changed things for me is all the Chiefs fans I invited from Kansas City didn't even bother showing up because they knew better. So it was didn't want to hear it. It was just me and my couple,
that's awesome.
2 best friends in Kansas City showed up because they come over and watch Bucs games from time to time, not because they like football, but just because they know I'm a diehard Bucs fan, and they're like, "Oh, this is a big day for Matt. We should be there."
This is definitely going to change his mood.
He needs somebody today. Yeah, he needs to hang out with somebody.
Last year there was some really good memories, and the coolest one really happened before the game. Because me and my college roommate, his name's Seth, we made this drinking game where you roll 2 dice.
Execute.
And It's called Execute Order 66. Every round of the game ends when somebody rolls 66 and you take a shot. And so we're sitting there. I got a whiskey barrel with chairs and stools that surround it, but you roll the dice and we're sitting there rolling dice before the game. And the game's called 66. We're drinking, rolling dice, and the Buccaneers are about to walk down the tunnel to start the game. And the first dude you see turn the corner to walk out the tunnel is number 66, Ryan Jensen.
For the Bucs.
We both kind of look up at the TV and see leading them down the tunnel. We're like, oh, dude, that's a good sign. 66 is coming down the tunnel first.
That's true, though.
Yeah, there we go. And he ended up suckering Chris Jones into a personal foul call in that game.
Yeah,
it was a big call.
I rember that. Yeah, dude. So. Me and you. I'm a lot like that too. Where shit like that matters. Like to some other person, they're like, well, okay,
it gives you a feeling. I actually rely on those types of things.
Yeah. You get like that. You get that vibe, man. It's like, all right, that's a weird. But I'll tell you, man. We talk about traditions, and we don't got to get into that yet. But it's like, dude, those Chiefs Super Bowls, I can't eat. Like, dude, I hate them so much. I don't have an appetite. And like when I see Mahomes doing that bullshit, like last year I ate because I was feeling good. Yeah. But dude, the Niners won, dude, the whole kitchen was full of shit that didn't get touched, man. And I threw it all out because I didn't want anything with that. I was like, get the fuck, dude. It was dip, all sorts of shit.
You should file a lawsuit against Shanahan.
I thought, dude, fuck Shanahan. I put one against Andy Reid, but I think he ate it, so I don't know. Yeah.
He went searching for the dip in the trash.
Yeah. Speaking of Andy Reid, though, when we're talking about good memories, I do have the 2002 NFC Championship and Super Bowl on this list because I had just met Rads in here, and we were, in
we'd
sixth
known each
grade.
other less than a year, right?
Yeah. We were in sixth grade, and it was like mid-season, it was January, so. Yeah, but we hung out for the NFC Championship game, paid in our faces. I don't even know why I did for the Bucs, but I was rooting for them that year. Gruden and Sapp, I guess, and probably because they were good, but that helped. But
it was a cool team. It was an easy team to get behind.
Definitely, dude. Gruden was awesome and Sapp, and they had like the shit talkers, but then like John Lynch, dude, who became a Bronco, who I love, man. And yeah, dude. But then we had a good time at your house for that Super Bowl in 2002.
We were tackling each other into the walls, face smeared
all over the shit, and it was there forever, man. Like that paint,
paint though. It was probably like
I don't know, dude. We wanted to be real fans, dude. Like I remember that year looking up NFC Championship game tickets to the Vet to go to root for the Bucs, and like telling my dad, like, "Hey, man, they're only like."
I would have gotten beat up.
No, that's what my dad was saying. He's like, "Yeah, we're not going, dude. We're not sitting the 700 level. Are you fucking out of your mind? Like, why would?"
And I would have said the wrong thing to the wrong Eagles fan, whether it was before, during, or after the game. Something bad probably would have happened.
But that's how. So yeah, man. But the fandom thing early for me too, dude. Like fans in those home playoff games. You get in those environments like the Vet or whatever, you have the shitty conditions and stuff. Brad's not a believer, you always say we hype up Arrowhead, but it does play a factor. But yeah, that
Arrowhead's definitely not as hostile, but it has the same level of passion.
Right. Yeah, it's loud.
Level. Yeah.
But they're not throwing batteries at players on the fucking sidelines, dude.
Nope.
Yeah. Throwing snowballs at Santa Claus.
Yeah,
that's one of the best traditions. Talk about a memory. That guy, that poor guy, dude.
Another one I got to bring up because it might have been the first time I won money on football, and this was the Packers and Patriots Super Bowl. I want to say it was like 97 or 98.
No, that'd be 95.
Really?
That would be the year before the Broncos played. 96. It would be the year. It was the year before the
okay. So it was
Broncos.
96. So I was 5 years old, and I still remember this vaguely. But we were doing. Obviously, it wasn't my money because my parents had given it to me because I was fucking 5 years old. But we were doing bets. You could win money based on predicting the outcome of every drive. So every time a team started a drive, you could say they're going to get 3 points. They're going to get 0 points, or they're going to get 7 points. And I hit like 3 drives in a row, getting it dead on. And I won like $20 that night, man. As a 5-year-old, it seemed like I was killing it, man. I was better at picking fucking bets on games when I was 5 years old than I am now.
You are now. Damn
I know
right.
too much now. I overthink it.
Channel your 5-year-old self when you parlay your fucking bets this weekend, man, because I know you're going to have 80 of them tied up.
I got some.
Do we want to actually talk the line over under? Are we going to take a true bet here?
We can get to that now. I don't think it's too soon to get to that now.
I know
I don't want to
squeeze around, but
and we might push one out this weekend, maybe Saturday night or Thursday with another guest, with somebody a guest, or
I'd even be down to just do another one Saturday too, if it all works out for all of us.
Because but either way, we'll have another one out talking more in depth, like closer to the Super Bowl, no matter what. So
back to current times, Bengals at Rams. In LA. 4? So the Rams, it's almost a home game if Los Angeles had real Rams fans.
It's a Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl, man.
So, Rams are favored by 4, which the line moved from 3.5. Now it's at 4, which I kind of like that because I'm going to be betting. All my bets are going to be on the Bengals this week.
Yep, me too.
Just the side I sit on. Over-unders at 48.5. Brad, what do you think about that over-under? Because I'm kind of leaning your way. I like the under in this game.
I like the under. I like Cincy too. But the under just makes sense to me. We've kind of seen Sean McVay shit the bed in the Super Bowl before. Mm-hmm. I think these guys being so familiar with each other is going to lead to a close game, but kind of a boring game for us. I feel like we're going to see a lot of drives that stall out, and it kind of becomes a field possession kind of game. And they're both struggling in the red zone. So I like the under a lot.
Yep. I could see it being like 10-7 at halftime, like a real slow start for both sides.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 10-7 at the half, and that puts you in line to hit the under, right? I'm going to bounce off that because one bet I like in this game, Bengals money line parlayed with the under 48.5. You get plus 396 odds on that.
Yeah.
That's a juicy number for those two put together. It's worth a shot.
What is the money line at right now? I don't have Bovada pulled up.
160 plus 160 for just the Bengals to win.
Yeah, I like that. I like that anyway, to be honest. I don't know what the under over there. You bring up them knowing each other, which is true, but watch some of the Bengals games in the playoffs this year. They early on, I don't know. There's been teams that can get like a couple drives in there on them, and if you can even get 14 or something out of the Rams, I think the Bengals might have their way with them, man. I don't know. Like just the run that they're on, dude. Like they haven't, dude. And we talk about fucking like having important parts on a team, like whatever. Like, dude, their special teams have been great. McPherson hasn't missed a kick the whole fucking postseason,
and
dude.
Matt Gay has missed
some
kicks.
And
Bucks, right? That kept the Bucks in the game.
Yeah, the short one. Exactly, man.
Yeah, he missed a 46-yarder short. He was just looking around like,
that one was shocking.
Watching it on TV, I thought it was money. He's pretty right because it was online.
I looked away and I was like, and then I looked back up and they're like, and he misses it. And I was like, wait, he didn't miss that. There's no way. And then they showed it and I'm like, he missed it by like fucking 5-10 yards, man.
Yeah, you don't miss a 46-yard field goal short.
No,
as a pro
that was
player,
nuts,
right?
man. The playoffs,
I'm thinking something's wrong with him. That he's playing out there injured because I feel like the weakest kicker in the league can hit that.
Yeah, or he still feels like a Buccaneer at heart.
That's probably part of it. He can't exercise all of his demons. I know we talked prop bets, and it just aired earlier today, but I saw, and same Pat McAfee show was talking about that opening kickoff. It almost never makes it for a touchback. And right now it'd be plus 115 for it not to be a touchback. 18 of the last 20 years, it hasn't made it. And he was talking about the football, how it feels like plastic, like it's not rubbed down. It's basically made to be kicked, taken off the field, and put in the Hall of Fame.
Right on. Yeah.
So
it's
it's
fucked
like,
up, man. It's weird it's weird that they can't get that right.
Weird little money maker there for you.
Yeah. I mean, what about like the when the Rams are on offense, there's separate footballs for the Rams. When the Bengals are on offense, there's separate footballs for the Bengals. Aren't they able to treat those balls in a certain way to get them game ready?
They don't get them until game time. So that's where that kickoff is such an issue. Where like when they get the balls right before the game, that equipment team doesn't have enough time to like fuck with it like they would for the ones that they're going to be throwing.
I would think that'd be a problem for the quarterbacks too. I've never I probably haven't thought about this.
Well, it has been because you remember in years past we've seen like holders flub snaps because they're just saying the ball's like slick as shit.
Well, Romo did it in the fourth quarter. So there were plenty of times.
Well, he did it a lot.
Yeah. No, Romo, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was like, yeah. But that
why the fuck was Romo holding field goals anyways at that? When he was the starting quarterback,
he was the holder, man. He was the holder, dude. That was his job,
role, wasn't it?
Yeah. And and Parcells would never, you know what I mean, fuck something up. Like, yeah, but it's not in his DNA, man. He won like one Super Bowl one time, so that guy's a genius. He was the coach of that team, right? That was like right before he left.
And like Belichick would probably be the first to tell us Parcells was like had more football knowledge than anybody. That's probably where Belichick got most of.
I'm giving him shit. So, yeah. So back to Super Bowl memories.
Jimmy, we haven't gotten to your picks yet.
Yeah.
Oh, on what?
On this Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
You're riding with the Bengals too, right? Joey
I'm going +4. And I'm going, Bengals +4. I'll take Bengals +4. And I'm a little iffy on that. That over and under is a little, it's a perfect number because it's like, 24-25. It could go either way.
Yeah.
I would lean to the over, but I wouldn't I'm not going to parlay it. So I would just take Bengals +4. I think those 4 points are big. I think that even like 2.5 could maybe be what it should be at. I don't know.
That 4 is big.
You could even think about taking an alternate line, like going down to taking 3.5, right?
Yeah, right.
3.5.
Or even 3, dude, because they've won by 3 a couple of times, right? Or maybe every time. Have they won by 3 in every game? I know they won by 3. Yeah. They did it against an overtime.
3 or more. Yeah.
Yeah, in the playoffs. So it's like, I think, they're just playing fucking good. I know the Rams are there, but
I just have so much trust in Joey Burrow.
Burrow,
I do not expect to crumble unless he's just on the ground all day, kind of like Mahomes was against the Bucs last year. But Burrow's not going to crumble under this moment, and actually, I kind of feel like Stafford might.
That's what I'm worried about.
Oh no,
I agree, man.
You don't think though, because I know everybody, and including all 3 of us, are all about Burrow and the Bengals right now. Does that almost come back to bite Cincinnati, that everybody's kind of considering them like the favorite, even though they're not the betting favorite? The Rams were here just a couple, like, I think that experience might help. It'll help.
It will, but Burrow and Chase have played in a national championship together, right? So they've been in big games, and Burrow hasn't seemed to flinch. Like at Arrowhead, that's going to be, I know this is the Super Bowl, but like, if you want to talk about environments, like that's
probably a tougher game to win last week, right?
Yeah, it was at Arrowhead. It's like, and they beat the Titans and the 1 seed. So the one of the 2, we talked about that, but it's like he's kind of shown that fuck it, you know what I mean? He even beat, in the Raiders, who knows what home field advantage, but that game was in Vegas, right? The playoff, the wild card.
No, that one was in Cincy. Since he ended up winning,
because they would have been the higher seed.
Since he ended up winning the division,
all right, then that's on me. That's on me.
But still, every game's been kind of a grind. I feel like for them.
And they've seemed to just kind of find their way. And even if, so I don't know, but I mean, I just don't. I don't want to see fucking Stan Kroenke holding up a trophy in that stadium. That'll just be annoying, man. It's like
I think it would be awesome to see the Bangles of all teams.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I was like, where are you going?
Yeah, right.
Sunday, it's like how the fuck did they're playing the Bengals in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, we got this one. Yeah,
Cincinnati.
Yeah, right.
Do you think there's going to be any sketchy calls where we're going to be like, is this the NFL?
Oh God, dude, I won't even. There better not be.
We're not going to have like a mystery blackout or anything.
I just want to see a nipple at halftime, man. That'd be cool.
Hey, you can put some money on it on Bovada.
Man.
Snoop Dogg will have a couple, dancers out there.
Yeah, Eminem's gonna come out naked. I'm gonna
Mary J. Blige will flash.
Jimmy, we got what you wanted. Oh yeah, great, man. Yeah,
she's like 60.
Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, she was in Entourage, and I remember being like, "Why are they like, hey, like, why is she getting, why is her ass good?" But maybe.
Why do I keep looking, though?
Well said.
Like, what the fuck?
Why do I keep looking?
Yeah, what the fuck? Bro was like, oh no, y'all get wild because she looks good. I ain't gonna. All right, so Matt, wait, what would you say your favorite memory of the Super Bowl?
Well, my favorite would be that Bucks Raiders. We already talked about it. You were at my house. A number of other childhood friends were at my house. We fucking tackled each other all over the basement because the Bucks beat the shit out of the Raiders that day.
Yeah, they did.
I bet there was some form tackling in that basement.
Yeah,
I won a bunch of bets that day. I got paid for some of them, didn't get paid for others. My enforcement ability wasn't.
My enforcement, you needed, you need your muscle on.
I needed
a
bookie. Yeah. But other stuff.
Justin didn't want to come over for that one.
No, he was scared. That's a sign, dude. When the Bucks are playing somebody and fans of that team are scared to come, there's a reason they're scared to join us for the party, right?
Yeah.
It happened with the Raiders and it happened with the Chiefs.
They
didn't show up.
We kept calling his ass too, dude. Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, though I kind of remember that phone call, and he wasn't happy. I think I made a joke about John Ritchie or something.
We were like ripping on his dad too because he's a Raiders fan. We were like talking shit to him before he put Justin on. Can you imagine that, calling your buddies now and you got a call and then be like, "Oh, can I please talk to Matt?"
I think most of our audience.
Yeah, because you had to call house phones back then.
It's crazy, man. Yeah.
I think more would be surprised. I don't think, maybe Matt, you can. I don't think we could figure out like a rotary, where you're like spinning the dial back.
No, I never had to use one like that.
I've never had to ever use that. Like,
Jimmy, I found out that I'm trying here. I don't remember your full. I don't remember your mom's full house phone number, but did it end in 3654? Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's way off.
It's way off. I was taking a shot in the dark, man. Have it as a trivia question. Throwing out numbers.
Yeah, I will.
I don't want to say the whole number. I got it wrong on purpose because I don't want people to be blowing up whoever lives.
I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think
numbers disconnected.
Yeah, I think it might be, man. 861-3464.
That's correct.
Banger.
Blow it up. Blow up that
landline anymore. Honestly,
I don't pop Ando for work, actually, man.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think he's a listener either. So cheers.
Like they throw it in. You know what I mean? They'll throw it in, but.
Yeah, for companies, I think because like with data and shit, sometimes at that house you can, or like that Wi-Fi shit can go out. But
if we're talking cable and shit, we want to get into food and what you go to.
Let's talk about traditions for the day of the game, and I'll kind of say how I do it now. The last couple of years, I've cooked a turkey. I've basically done Thanksgiving dinner for anybody who shows up to my apartment for
pretty
Super
dope.
Bowl Sunday.
I wish I lived near
turkey,
you.
Stuffing, taters, have friends bring some appetizers and stuff like that. That being said, it works out. It's a good time. But this year, I think I'm going to settle and do chicken wings. I'll be going out of town, getting back in town Friday night. I really don't want to do the turkey thing. I mean, it takes a couple of days to thaw. I really just don't want to deal with the whole
a lot of prep
turkey and Thanksgiving shit.
I feel like isn't that a lot of cleaning after the Super Bowl? That's like I love the idea of the meal, but it seems like a lot of work at the end of the night.
Yeah, plus usually my friends help out with that, but a lot of it does get left until Monday. For
like that greasy kind of turkey. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
The Chiefs aren't in it too, man. So your team's not in it, man. So
the Chiefs or the Bucks
does that
aren't
mean
in
you'll
it.
eat this year? There's no Chiefs. You can relax.
Yeah, I probably will, dude.
That reminds me of Jimmy. I think I left a question unanswered earlier. You asked me what my favorite Super Bowl was. It's the next one. It's going to be
Tom Brady.
It's going to be.
It really
not sell that well enough. Damn it.
Not quite, man. Yeah, that was not.
I don't sound like Tom Brady. Fuck.
Well, no, you look like him, but you don't sound like
Tom,
him.
you hear he was kind of.
Yeah, you heard that.
He was toying with the idea of coming back. Nah, I don't believe it.
Which I think he was just trying to boost numbers on his podcast, but who knows?
Clickbait. That's what it was.
It'd be awesome if he did.
Yeah,
I do I like the Chargers against the Bucks next year in the Super Bowl. Chargers Bucks next year. You got Herbert against Gardner Minshew. Yep. Herbert and
Chargers,
Gardner.
Bucks.
I
Are
can
you
see it.
fucking high, dude?
Be great.
No, it would not. First of all, that'd be lame.
Let's do that though. Let's start.
Enough with the damn Bucks.
Options for next year.
Yeah.
All right, no,
Can we go
food.
one
Jimmy, what do you
podcast
think about
yeah,
Chiefs?
Food.
Oh, we
We
skipped
don't-
food.
get off the
Yeah,
Bucks.
food.
Get
You
off the
damn
Bucks.
Bucks. Get
Just
the
All
fuck.
right, I got turducken down.
Susie Homemaker over there making a full
Chicken
dinner
wings.
for everybody.
You guys got a crock pot? You cook
Eddie
some crock
Crockett.
Of
pots?
course I do.
Yeah, I got
What are you guys going to be eating on Sunday?
bean dip
Rotel
with
Dip.
some,
Yeah. Well,
some
tell them
cheese,
your bean dip
sideburns.
recipe because it's pretty fucking hilarious.
I don't really know how to make it, so I have to call my mom.
It's Jimmy's take on a 7-layer dip. You know,
Yeah,
I've
the
had it,
beans
dude.
and-
It's great. It is
fucking
great.
fire, man.
but,
You gotta
Yeah.
get the right recipe.
Jimmy makes it with only the layers he likes.
Cream cheese, beans, cheese, maybe
I've
some
never heard of cream
jalapenos.
cheese.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos,
But
fucking right,
beans,
bangers.
Beans, sour cream with the taco mix, cheese,
Yeah,
jalapenos. That's all
Yeah.
we do. Typically.
fucking dang.
We got
man.
the important ingredients. We just
Yeah.
said them all, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing
And
more
if you
missing
want
that's
other
gonna
shit,
change the
tomatoes
taste.
or something, you could throw it in. It doesn't,
You
you know, it
could,
doesn't
yeah.
taste
That's
bad.
it.
You get a little
But that
junk.
cream cheese base with the beans and cheese on top,
Oh my
like it
God.
just
I've
makes
never
for a
tried
fucking
it with
great
the cream
dip.
cheese base.
I
Yeah,
do it with
'cause
the
we just
sour
do-
cream base, and then and then it has that
But
in
you
it.
mix.
I
that,
like the
with
cream cheese
taco.
base.
Yeah,
I like
It's
the
the
cream
ta-
cheese
it's the
base.
spicy taco
instead of
mix.
sour cream.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But that would be good too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah,
I would say every year we do that one, and then that classic Rotel dip.
yeah,
But I
that
add
shit's
hot
fucking good.
pork sausage to it,
Yeah.
so it's pretty. And
a
I get a hot
spicy
Rotel, so it's pretty
Rotel.
fucking spicy.
Yeah, it's good, man. Get some wings.
So a lot of cheese at our Super
Got to
Bowls.
get some wings, man.
All right. What's
Yeah.
the over under on how many beers we all drink on a
Oh,
Super Bowl
fuck.
Sunday? I'm setting my over under at 18.
That's where I was gonna put mine. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Swear to God, I was gonna put it. Right
I would
there.
put it at 18 and a half, actually. That's where you get the most action on the bets.
Fuck, man, I was
Depending on how the day goes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, dude. I might even put it.
I
Yeah,
might put it higher. I might
yeah,
put
yeah.
myself at 19 and a half.
24.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Or
was
20.
saying 24. I said.
Well, because if you eat, especially if you're
That's what
eating
I'm saying,
and drinking,
man.
it's like
Like,
if you
because the important thing, dude, if you can on the Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, you can wake yourself up. Because we're talking about, I don't know if we're going 2 parts in this one or not. We got like 6 minutes left, so we might end up doing that. But if we're going to go into traditions, it's like waking up if you can early, getting a good meal in, and then, or eating like midday after you're kind of watching some old football shit, being like, all right, and then you load back up. You load up, you party.
Yeah.
Nobody
I remember
knows that
last
line.
Super Bowl Sunday, I was kind of in the same boat as you, where you're saying you couldn't eat. I started drinking real early. It was because the Bucks were in it, so I
Yeah,
kind of
dude.
had like butterflies and shit.
Yeah.
I never got like hungry, and I started drinking early, and I was drinking slow because I didn't want to like I didn't want to like be
Not remember.
done
Get it?
remembering
Yeah.
thing by
Right.
halftime.
Yeah.
But it's a weird feeling, man. Like,
Yeah, that Seahawks Broncos Super Bowl. I think I started drinking after the first snap, and I didn't stop. I just constant 10 high. I
Yeah.
think. That was like that
well,
one.
you could see that one was going to be a train wreck. Like that game was over in the first quarter,
And
wasn't
that's
it?
Yeah.
terrible even for football
Yeah.
fans like you
Yeah.
guys, right? Like
Yeah.
that's
It's
not
boring,
no one
man.
wants
Yeah.
that, dude. It's like
Yeah.
I hope on Sunday we don't get that because ultimately we want to be able to
well,
not
for a
eat
Super Bowl,
or be eat and have
it is a
fun.
pretty
I think this will be a
close
good game.
line.
I don't
think
see this game
four's
getting
a
out of
pretty
hand.
Close line.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking the over under was a little high, but looking at history, it's not even in like the top 15
No,
highest
they've been.
games.
It's been like 53 a few years. I know with the Patriots.
Yeah, I think
and
I've
shit
seen
like
a
that.
couple,
With
there
the
was a couple
Chiefs.
55s even.
With the Chiefs,
And-
man, the Chiefs being in it.
and
They're
the,
not
and the
in
two the 2 weeks the 2 weeks to prepare definitely advantage
Uh,
defense in most cases.
Yes.
Because even if you look at last year, it's Bucks versus Chiefs, two
So
of
do
the
you-
best offenses in the league last year. Game ends, it's 31-9. The total ends at 40. So,
Do you?
defense
I
is
think you
tend to
even saw
win
it last
in these
week
games.
when it's
And
Bengals
the
hold
Bucks-
the Chiefs to 24.
Right. And the
You
Bucks
know, it's-
offense took a ton of time to get going last Super Bowl.
Who's a more
The
explosive
defense kept shutting them
offense,
down.
or who would you like? Who
Bengals.
would you rank higher? No, Rams or no, Rams or Chiefs? Like who do
Oh,
you think?
Chiefs, 100%.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
if they shut them down after just seeing 3 plays of them, man, and if they're running, they got, whatever, 60 yards in 13 seconds.
They started the game in an express rocker, and you don't know if
yeah, exactly. You don't even wiggle the snap. Yeah, man. Yeah, bean dip, and wings, garlic bread, cheese garlic bread with some Provel on there.
You gotta have the St. Louis Provel, though.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's a bread, some assortment of like a bread,
like a French loaf,
appetizer,
French loaf
nice
cut in half
to soak up the liquids.
Yeah,
butter and garlic.
Definitely, man. Yep. And I always like to throw on a movie, man. Drew did that. One of our buddies. I don't know if he's a listener or not, but he used to throw on before the game, he'd put on Remember the Titans or something right before the game would start. And I always liked that too. That was fun.
It's all music and drinking games for me before the game. I really, I mean, even at 31 years old, I still love me a good drinking game. It can be cards, it can be dice, it can be beer pong.
I don't know.
Anything that I can compete in and have a beer. PlayStation is a drinking game, right?
Game,
it is, right?
Yeah, I think so, man. Like the best drinking game.
I mean, I don't know how to do it without the beer most of the time.
Yeah. Right, dude. It's like the ultimate drinking game. Because we got to put up with the idiots in the golf group. Bet I'm the champ over in the fantasy football league.
We got 2 minutes left. Yeah, congrats again on
the reigning champ. Yeah, baby.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You guys will hear it every time.
But let's close out these last 2 minutes. I know we don't have odds in front of us for us.
For us.
But first, well said. I got that.
For us.
Yeah, we're good.
First touchdown to Super Bowl Sunday. I'm gonna go. Fuck. Who am I gonna go? I'm gonna go Joe Burrow rushing touchdown.
No,
let's get it. I'm gonna probably get plus 800 on that. Something pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
Burrow to fucking truck over.
If he gets that, he's gonna win MVP. So then my bet's looking good.
Let's go with Joe Burrow rushing touchdown, first touchdown. Brad, what's your first touchdown score?
I believe it's Kendall Blanton. The Rams.
He got it a couple weeks ago too against the Bucks, right? He had the first touchdown against the Bucks.
54 when Higbee got hurt, and Higbee sounds like there's no way he's playing.
Tight end.
So tight end.
I like the chance at
probably
it.
plus 1,500. I'll take my shot.
Jimmy, who you going with? Odell.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna throw a couple bucks on all of these.
Yeah,
he's become a red zone beast.
Yeah, and he's huge in primetime games. People you gotta we kind of forget that because it's you don't consider that, but the Super Bowl is the biggest primetime game, and any Monday night game. And he's had a touchdown in every one that he's started in when he's healthy. So
right on, dude. Well,
I think that one could hit.
I like them all. I like all those first touchdown picks. Let's cheers.
Cheers.
Call it a podcast.
Good
you guys are going to try to get another episode in this week, and then maybe Saturday we'll all get back together for one last little look ahead.
So best case, maybe 5 videos this week from Beers and Bets.
Holy
Super Bowl week, man.
Cheers, boys.